rewriting each expression using exponents. So just like if these were numbers, just imagine them as numbers. If we had 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, we would know there are 4 2's, and so we could write it 2 to the power of 4. The same happens with variables. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 d's, so we have d to the power of 4. Here we have 1.5 times 3 h's. So we can just do the 1.5 and put the h right next to it because that means they're being multiplied. And then we put 3 because we have 1, 2, 3 h's. If I look at this one, I see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 j's. So j to the power of 6, because that means you multiply j 6 times. You do not add them, you multiply them. If I was to want to add multiple j's, it would be a j times the 6. But that is not exponential notation. Exponential notation is 6 j's multiplied together. In this case, again, we have a whole number here, but it is being multiplied by multiple k's. So we put a k right next to each other because that means to multiply. And we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 k's. So k to the power of 5. Now that I've gone quickly over that, I would like to now go over how to enter. So if we did that one in class, and we did a couple of these as well. If we know the value of our variable, we can plug that number in to where it belongs in the equation. So I see y equals 6, and I see a y here. So when something is right next to each other, that means that they are multiplied together. So we have 5 times 6 plus 1. You can also write it 5 times 6 plus 1. Multiplication has lots of different ways we can show it. So 5 times 6, using order of operations, we do multiplication first. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 plus 1 is 31. If I go over here, I see there's a variable y. I know y equals 6 in this case. So I'm going to rewrite the equation using 6. So I have 30 minus 24 divided by 6. PEMDAS, order of operations matters everywhere, all the time for the rest of your life. So I need to do division first. So I would have 30 minus 4. My answer then would be 26. If I did it the other way, I would end up, if I did it and by ignoring all math rules, and I did it just left to right, I would get 30 minus 24 is 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and that would be incorrect. Okay, you must listen to PEMDAS. This is your correct answer. Check. Gold star. Now if I go down to this one down here, again, I know that the variable is 6. So I rewrite, and I have 6 squared minus 7. PEMDAS says to do exponents first. Remember, this is not 6 times 2. That would be adding 2 6's. We're actually multiplying 2 6's. So 6 times 6 is 36. Minus 7 would be 29. If I come over to this one, again, my y equals 6. I do my exponents first. I know it's 6 times 6, which is 36. I add 1.5 more to that, so I get 37.5. I want to do one more problem with you to show you that variables, that's why they're called variables, because they Vary. Not like very big, but vary with an A, as in they can switch, they move, they change. Okay? They vary from one number to another to figure out different problems. So if I have, I'm saving money to buy a skateboard. I start with $45. So 45 is my base. In other words, that's my constant. The thing I start with, that's my constant, is $45. Now, I save $3 each week. So $3 is going to change depending on my variable, right? So do you see now in this real life situation that $3 is depending or cooperating with the variable, the week? So I don't know how many weeks I'm going to need to save yet. So my coefficient, or the variable that will be dependent on something else, which is something you'll need to know for later, that coefficient, that thing that will depend on something else, is going to be that $3. And it's depending on that W for weeks. Because however many weeks I have to, however many weeks I need to save, each week I'll get $3 more. I start with 45. That is my constant. So if I have my base of 45, that is what I started with. That's my constant. It's not going to change. It's just what I already had saved in my piggy bank. 45. Here's my little pig. You guys know I love to draw pictures. Okay, my little piggy. And he has $45 in him. Now, my parents over here are going to give me $3 every week. So I need to figure out how many weeks I am going to need before I can buy my skateboard. So now I can start writing my equation. So I know by looking up here, they've already given it to me, 45 plus whatever, that $3 and however many weeks. So now my variable, they're telling me to figure it out for 4 weeks, for 10 weeks, and for 20 weeks. So I'm going to plug each of those into my variable, see how they're going to vary from time to time, and which will give me a different answer. So now I'm going to plug in those different variables. So if I start with the 4 weeks, 45 plus 3 times 4, I would end up doing PEMDAS. 3 times 4 is 12. I need to do that first. Then I can add. I would have $57. So in 4 weeks, I still won't have enough money to purchase my skateboard because it is how much? I think it said $75 somewhere else. I don't see it anymore. The skateboard, I think it was $75. Okay, now I'm going to take this 10 weeks here and I'm going to plug it into my W for standing for weeks. Let's change the color. Using the same equation, if I start with my $45, I get $3 each week, and it's for 10 weeks. Doing PEMDAS, I need to do 3 times 10 first. So I'd have 45 plus 30. I would have $75. So if the skateboard was in fact $75, I would make that enough in 10 weeks. Now let's see about 20 weeks. Again, I have a variable. It varies. That's what we are doing right now. They are varying. So doing PEMDAS, I need to do the multiplication first. So I have 45 plus 60. I would have 100.